Well, this is the one, the only Benitez Rosario Matias, and for those who don't speak any lick of Spanish, it is not Benatas, Benitez, Bananas, Bananas, however you want to say my name, because you don't know that I and E sound different in Spanish. Otherwise known as BRM Photo. Many don't know my face. I guess I have to change that. I don't try to be in front of the camera. I'm normally the one behind the camera, like I am now, filming on location in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm going to be shooting a lot of Minneapolis before I leave out for my tour of LA and Las Vegas. And then I will maybe come back and say hi to a bunch of people. But let me just say hi to Minnesota people that all know me. From the corporate world, where I have a resume, to the promotional world, where I have another resume, both at least 2 pages long. But that's besides the point. The main thing is I'll be doing characters, I'll be doing film production, I'll be doing modeling photo shoots for models and artists, DJs, host of DJ radio stations, Rockstar DJs, shout out, Rockstar Nation Radio, shout out, Hookah Stars, shout out. For those who don't know, my skill level is beyond a camera. I'm a web and graphic designer. I've been doing that for 20 years. So I may look young, but I am a old old photographer. I've been shooting a camera for quite some time, but this is my realm of taking over media production. Media production is the art of taking a photo or taking an image, period, and turning it into something that people would actually want to see. Now, some of you may be familiar with me doing Music Mondays. Right now I'm doing Tune Tuesdays, listening to new editions of old albums, which I didn't really hear all of. Of course, some of y'all know Candy Rain, some of y'all know Mr. Telephone Man, but I was at the last tour they did that came to Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Target Center, and after that, Bobby Brown kind of broke apart and started doing country. So that tells you how much the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s have changed. And hopefully the music's not too loud, so I'm gonna do this recording while this is playing, just so you get a feel for the era that I come from. I come from the old school age. I come after many photographers who were film photographers. They used to take a camera like I did in the early days and shoot film, but I never developed it except once. And number one, I want my picture back, because it was a picture of me that I developed. But just to skip past a lot of that as this is winding down, I just want you to check me out. I mean, check me out on Twitter, check me out on Instagram, check me out on Facebook. Now, there are a couple people who have taken my initials or their initials and made Facebook pages, but I am Minnesota Party Pics. I manage several pages from the Rockstar Nation Radio to the Hookah Stars page. I also work with international actors from Nollywood, so shout out to Poco and Poco's people, Tonto DK, out in Nigeria. Shout out to Kalu, very good actor. And definitely a shout out to my friends in Europe, people I've known and talked to online for over 2 decades that I've been online doing stuff. Now, let me know if you get lost somewhere, because it's really easy to find me. You go to Google, because Bing ain't hip yet. We go to Google, right? And you want to type in B as in boy, R as in Rose, M as in Mary. Those are my initials, Benitez Rosario Matias. Now, you type that in, and you'll see a car that comes up. So that's not me. So you want to add the word photo, and you can add this together. PHOTO. So it's BRM Photo. And you should find me on Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, if it still exists, but it doesn't. You might find all of my Facebook pages because I'm tagged on so many. But as a web and graphic designer, I also do marketing promotions for my models. So like Puffy, I'm on every track in one way or another. You won't see my face, but that's my image or my work or me promoting it. So I want you to check out those pages. And when you find me, tag me, as long as it's something that I'll do or want to work with, and maybe we can work together in the future. Now, if you're a model, I do fashion. I'm not really so much into eye candy, even though I've done it. I've worked for magazines. I've done magazine publications from California to New York. That's not the problem. problem is most people who say they can model really can't. And so I'm going to break it down for you. If you're a model, add me via Model Mayhem. It's another page you'll find me on. Model Mayhem will at least tell me that you worked with professionals that are photographers, stylists, hair and makeup teams. Now, if you haven't worked with any of these and you take selfies, you are not modeling, just so you know. You are teasing guys, you're showing your cleavage all the dang time, and you get 100 likes and your picture's blurry. That's not modeling. That is called teasing. Guys too, if your pants is below your waist, I'm sorry, I'm a gentleman, and you're trying to holler at a model, just don't even at me. Just stop right there. So I'm gonna break that down. Now, if you are an artist, or you're a performing artist, now we do art, we do dance, we do prints. You still owe me one. Just letting you know, this is Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I remember everything. I have what you call a photographic memory. Now, that doesn't remember I remember your name. I remember your face. I remember where I met you. I might even remember even what we talked about. But unless your name is Janet Jackson, hi Janet. I'm not looking for you to be my main squeeze models, and I'm really not looking for you to be the artist that's gonna blow up and then give me a shout out. If you're not shouting me out now, don't do it when I get on my Spike Leroy. Now, when I say Spike Leroy, Spike Lee and Bruce Lee, because I'm gonna be kicking tail from LA to New York again in 2014, 2015, and for the rest of their natural lives. Now, with 100,000 pictures in my portfolio of shooting, I'm not going to show you all those pictures because, really, frankly, I've done parties, people I could care less about and would like to forget because they were too drunk to remember that I even took that picture. But as a photographer, as an artist, my Model Mayhem has worked, and of course my pages on Instagram have worked, but you want a hashtag, and I'm saying this, hashtag, that little tic-tac-toe thing that I always used to win, and yeah, chess and checkers too. I need you to hashtag me at BRM Photo. If you're going to work with me, just send me a direct message. I will answer. I know there's like 10,000 of you on one page and 20,000 on Kalu's page, and I've been telling y'all, look, hit me up if you actually are serious about this business. I have no problem mentoring, giving people feedback on their work, and telling you models that if I see one more train track picture, we're going to fight. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If I see one more bathroom picture, we really gonna fight. So I'm just gonna break it down for you like that. Now, we've covered models, we've covered artists. Now, if you are a radio host, I love my radio hosts, Miss Shannon, shout out, Lisa Moy, shout out, KMOJ, K-Fam, my Rockstar Nation radio people. Now, most of you are used to not being on camera. I know this because I look at your pictures. If you're a DJ, you can look at my DJ pictures and you can see that I try to make DJs look at least somewhat good, because some of y'all, frankly, just, yeah, that's why you're DJs. And my host, I love you, but I understand why most of y'all are on the radio. I love you. But no, I'm just saying that if you're going to take pictures, do it with a professional. Have hair and makeup. Don't over Photoshop your pictures. If I can't see your pores, then there's something wrong. And this will be a new edition that I guess I'll be doing on Talk It About It Tuesdays. Now, since I worked in radio, when I say talk about it, I want you to talk about it, as in comment, as in I will make a statement. I will say this: models should not take selfies where, and that leaves it open for you to go, as in say something. They shouldn't take pictures with their children in the background and they're half naked and stop, because the jokes will keep going. Got jokes? I'll do that. That's VIP Minnesota all day. My crew will post something and I'll be like, that's funny, because there's 3,000 people on my page. I'm going to share that. Especially, y'all talk about LeBron, that's just sad. But the Spurs did it, and I don't care. I really don't, because I didn't watch it anyways. I was working with the Hookah Stars. DJ Soda, shout out. And there'll be a whole lot of shout outs going on, because frankly, if I hashtagged all 3,000 of y'all, that would be a waste of my time, okay? I have a life. Most of y'all don't realize that because y'all think that I'm just at the club partying. When y'all sleep, I'm working. It's called insomnia. And so I'm going to promote Minnesota. Shout out to my Vikings. Shout out to the Lynx. Shout out to the Twins. The Minnesota Wild. Shout out to the Gophers. And definitely shout out to however many teams that people in other states have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's just say that the Lynx are the undefeated champions. And now they may have lost a game, but still, they have rings. All right, into the sports call. Minnesota Party Picks, you will find MN Party Picks. Now, that's also on Twitter, but not on Instagram. I haven't decided to do that yet. I will decide on whether I like your page, and I will decide on whether I like your picture, but 9 times out of 10, I won't comment. Unless you really want feedback, I will not try to embarrass you, but some of y'all need to stop posting pictures. Just stop. Look at the pictures that you have sober. I'm going to say this, look at them sober, because as an artist and as a photographer, we look at your pictures and we laugh. 9 times out of 10, we really just start laughing and we talk about you for a long period of time. Now, if I am doing a runway show, which I just got done doing one, let's just put it this way. If you can't walk, you need to watch Tyra Banks, or you need to talk to a designer who's like Troy Vandalism Designs. Shout out. And I'm just going to be like hashtag, shout out, whatever you want to call it, because I'm used to radio promotions. Now, since I've done this video, I'm pretty sure there's a hot young thing out there who thinks they are the stuff. Everybody's told you you're cute, so you take 100 selfies. Stop. Please. You're killing me, because I really don't want to see 100 selfies. I know you took 200 and that you only posted 10 of them, but still, 10 pictures of the same angle of your breasts is not what's hot. Guys, if y'all take one more picture with some money and some drugs, just walk to the police station and say hi, because frankly, you're going to jail. And for my street hustlers, I will definitely see you out there at the hookah parties, because I know most of y'all smoke hookah. Yeah. And for the rest of you, for my corporate world, I will say hi to all my UNCF people, all the people that just graduated from college. Congratulations. You are now the owner of a receipt. No, I'm just saying, most of y'all who are going to work in your field are going to be paying that back for quite some time. I paid all of my bills except for the college people. University of St. Thomas, purple. Anyways, I will just tell you this. If you're going to work in this world, you're going to run into people like me. You're going to run into people that you don't know are your boss. Because I'm not going to tell you. I'm frankly not going to tell you that. At the end of the day, I make sure you get a check. Because if I don't get my check, then everybody's got to fight. And there ain't really going to be a fight. It's going to be a knockout. Frankly, some of you at some of these shows will talk bad about people like it's cool. Just so you know, that always gets back to people. Now, if you tell a lie, I'm going to put it this way. On Talk About Tuesday, if you lie in the state of Minnesota, this is a 1 degree of separation state. Now, let me explain the degrees if you haven't read a book in quite some time for some of you. There are 6 degrees of separation between you and any one person in this world. There is one person watching this that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that actually knows me. But in Minnesota, we have this thing called a half a degree. There is not a single degree between me and one other person. Now, if I talk to, for example, a model, and she's talking about trash about another model, I now have a half a degree between the two of them, because I'm looking both of them like they're crazy, because I don't care who's baby mama drama, save it for your mama stuff. All that stuff you need to squash. When you're working, don't do all that. Now, for the models that I manage, if you ever do that, we will fight, and you will run into the Taz side of me. Now, Taz is the alter ego created a long time ago that deals with the drama people, because if a fight breaks out, I become security, and yeah, you getting tossed out like Will Smith's friend on Name the Show. See, that's why I'm gonna say go. If you don't know the show, I'm just gonna say I'm fresh and I'm the Princess Zamunda, and I'm gonna say much love. If you can't stand the heat, get out my kitchen, because we gonna make it hot in here. Now, Minnesota, I love you, but I do have to travel. And for some of you in other cities and states, I'm just going to say, be prepared. Because I represent the land of 10,000 lakes, I'll say it again, we are coming for you. And now, for those who don't understand where Minnesota is, let me just point out. There's this thing called the map. You look at the map, and you see New York. You see New York on your right. You don't see California on your left. You don't see Texas on the bottom. When you're looking at the United States of America, on the top above Texas, about 4 or 5 hours drive, because if I speed, I can get there in 3.5. You'll see this thing called Minnesota. It is right next to this thing called Canada. And there are black people here because, you know, when the people in the South moved, they moved to Chicago. Now, when the people in Chicago got kicked out or got tired of all the violence that goes on there, I'm sorry, Chi-Town, I love you. They moved to Minnesota. So you have a mixture of Minnesota Chicagoans here. Shout out to the family, cousins. And then you kind of have the spread out because some of them couldn't live in the cold, so they thought they'd go to another cold state, like next door, that thing that with cheese. Yeah, I'm not going to say the names. Or that other thing next door that's flat. I can't stay in a flat place. I'm sorry. My brother's there. All right. Now, I've probably been doing this video for a few minutes now. If I'm looking at my times, I've been talking for about 3 minutes. I probably won't talk that long. I'll probably do like a tidbit every week-ish if I feel like it. I might do some interviews with some of the people I'm doing photo shoots with. I might do some videos with some of the fitness trainers. Now, there's another page called Team Fit Minnesota. We just started that with 6 of our personal trainers that I work with or have worked with. Now, we have Miss Bikini Minnesota, who's not in Minnesota anymore. I saw her page. She says she's down in Atlanta. We have a Vikings cheerleader. I know plenty of cheerleaders. We have a dietitian, as in diet. We have a martial artist. We have wrestlers. You have wrestlers / boxers / people that will knock you out and pull out 3 weapons, and that's a whole nother Taz situation, just so you know. Now, for the record, some of you may have seen me on television. It's called Judge Joe Brown. Now, I said some things on there that were very, very true. And another person said something that were very, very much lies. So the key thing is, know that I was telling the truth and know that those weapons are near me at all times. So, just saying, I love you. Anyways, so, Benitez Rosario Matias, for those who can't spell it, I'm sorry, you should have took Spanish. For those who can spell it, don't call my name if I don't know you. It's sir, it's mister, I'm a gentleman. Now, for those who don't know who I am, hi, nice to meet you. And for those listening to Tune Tuesdays, hey, I think I'll start at 11. I'll make it an hour. On Music Mondays, I'm going to start at noon. I'm going to do it until I'm bored because I'm listening to music while I'm working. Now, while I'm editing your pictures, models, make sure that you don't harass me unless you have this thing called money. Now, if I'm doing this for free, you really can't complain. Now, if I'm doing it for charity, you really can't complain because I'm being nice. Now, my hookah stars will be out on this Saturday. We are hitting up several different places. Now, these ventures are not mine. These are my clients, and some of them are close friends as well. I've known them for a decade. Now, the hookah stars are going to be bouncing between the Minneapolis, Twin Cities area for the next couple months. Call it Minnesota Love because they're providing you the hookahs that you can rent and you can refill them. Now, I'm not a big smoking person because I'm doing the Team Fit thing and, you know, I'm getting my cut down so I can get my Adrian Peterson on so I can lift the shirt up and show you the 6 or put in an 8-pack for you. So, but I'm not a model. Note this, not a model. I'm just handsome. And I'm a pretty Puerto Rican. Now, for those who don't understand how a black person has a Spanish name, I am Afro-American, Puerto Rican, Cherokee, Chinese, and so I am Black and Cherokeese. And then I was doing my family tree and I found there's German in there somewhere. So I have no idea what my family was doing, but you Shannon, Matthias, Martin, LA to freaking Florida people need to slow down a little bit, okay? 17 nieces and nephews. Hi, all of you who are old enough to actually do this video. And shout out to my siblings who just are the Brady Bunch in themselves.